Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow, and I wanted to talk to you about this story because I don't really know what there is to say about it. It's like the ultimate he said, she said. It's a Me Too that apparently took place over 30 years ago, where Pamela Anderson says Tim Allen flashed her on the set of Home Improvement. That's it. There's no witnesses to it. There's no video of it. There's no time where this has ever been brought up before. It's coming out because she's got a book coming out, and she details it in her memoirs. And I'm like, potentially it could have happened, but like, what is anyone really supposed to do with that information? Okay, there's literally no way of verifying this ever happened. And in 30 years, over 30 years, this is the first time it's ever been brought up. But Tim Allen, I guess, put out a statement. So let's read through the article. Former Playboy model and Baywatch star Pamela Anderson has hit Tim Allen with Me Too accusation, alleging that the last man standing actor flashed his penis at her on the set of Home Improvement over 30 years ago. Anderson details that the alleged event in her upcoming memoir, Love Pamela. As per a copy obtained by Variety ahead of its release later this month, Anderson claims that on the first day of filming for Home Improvement, I walked out of my dressing room and Tim was in the hallway in his robe. He opened his robe and flashed me quickly, completely naked underneath. He said it was only fair because he had seen me naked, she further accused. Now we're even, said Allen. I laughed uncomfortably. I don't think I need to explain this to anybody, but if that actually happened, yes, it's inappropriate. Like, textbook definition of sexual harassment. It's extremely fucked up to do that. My problem is, this is the first time in over 30 years this has ever come up. And there's literally no way at all of verifying this story. If he did it, yeah, no, he's a fucked up human being, but like over 30 years, and I don't think that there's any other allegations like what Pamela is putting out against Tim Allen. In a statement issued to USA Today via his representative, Marlia Leslie, Allen denied Anderson's accusation, simply asserting, "No, it never happened. I would never do such a thing." Weighing in on the situation on Instagram, Allen's Home Improvement co-star Patricia Richardson, who portrayed his on-screen wife on the show, opined, "I don't know Pam at all. I knew Tim very well. I doubt this story greatly. If it happened, I'd be surprised," she added. He was actually kind of modest, only in control of darker forces when he drank, which he never did at work and became sober many years ago. So, I mean, you do have his co-star is coming out and saying that didn't happen. And again, this isn't a co-star that still relies on Tim Allen to keep the show running. This took place over 30 years ago. That show has been off the air for decades. I'm pretty sure that if it happened, or if it didn't happen, she has no reason to lie on his behalf or claim he was a better person than he actually was. Richardson then turned to address a clip from the set of Home Improvement wherein Allen can be seen lifting a kilt he was wearing and flashing her while the audience laughed, a scene actually featured on the show's second season gag reel, which can currently be found on the accused actor's very own YouTube channel, which resurfaced in the wake of Anderson's allegations. People asked me what was under his kilt when he flashed me, said the actress before disclosing he was well dressed under there. I was just shocked he lifted the kilt, but not by a man in boxer shorts. Okay, so these aren't related. I mean, I don't even know how to say this. So he lifted up a kilt where he was, clothed underneath, and it was featured on the show in a gag reel, and it's up on his channel. Like, I can't. That's all it is. There you go. That's a screenshot. Wow. Taking things even further, Richardson condemned TMZ for running the story about the kilt flash and making it seem as if Allen had actually shown his genitals to her, stating he was wearing boxer shorts and it was fun. TMZ has been told the truth and still wants to publish that clip as though it's been entirely different, she scrutinized. Criticized. My reaction would have been laughter had it been what it would not have been laughter had it been what is being assumed. Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. They're just dogpiling on the guy. They want to build up this drama because then they can write more articles about it. It gets more eyes on the story if they claim, oh, look, he also was flashing people on his show. Following a string of small starring roles early in her career, Anderson entered the national spotlight when she joined the cast of Home Improvement as Lisa the Tool Girl, beginning with the September 1991 pilot. I remember that, actually. I used to watch this show. I liked it. But you know, that's the end of the article. I don't know what you can say. Okay, I don't really know what you can say because at the end of the day, right? Oh, look, she came back to the show in 1999. You can argue that yeah, she had to take those roles for money or for fame or whatever. But at the same time, what do you do with this story? What do you do with any of this information? She put a claim out there, 30 years old plus, that can't be verified in any way, shape, or form reasonably. What do you do here? I mean, do you just assume Tim is guilty because believe all women? Do you assume Pamela Anderson is lying because, again, she sat on the story for decades and there's no way of verifying any of this? And people on the show are coming out and saying, no, Tim wouldn't do this? I don't know, man. I don't know. But this whole thing just, it's rotten.